So you might think that we are off-putting these archers.
Wow.
Well, kind of are a little bit, but we're not. No, we're not. There's a guy helping us out. He's obviously fitted one of the kits before, and some of the bits on the archers don't line up. But this is because you do have to customize them. So you do have to cut them and fiberglass them in. So we are in the process of going through that. So that will be coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. Hope everybody is well with this lockdown for the coronavirus. So this is why we are smashing out a lot of these videos, because we ain't got nothing else to do. Forging's come to a stop because we can't get hold of the parts. I'm sure a lot of other businesses are in the same situation. So this is kind of our opportunity to focus on our own stuff, which
it's called a situation.
A situation, which is good, but at the same time we don't want to be letting customers down. So this is kind of like bittersweet, isn't it, really?
Yes.
So what we're going to do today is we have a oil cooler. Well, it is an oil cooler, but it's for a Ford Focus, isn't it?
Some of that.
It's for a Ford Focus. It's not for a 350. It's for a Ford Focus. But we're going to use it to replace the power steering cooler that's on these. So obviously we've put the front bumper on the car, and it looks atrocious. All you can see is the old power steering cooler on there, and we don't like it, do we?
Yeah.
No, it looks bad. I'm going to show you in a second. Eventually we are going to be putting a oil cooler on there as well, because that will help with the problems with the 350 as well, keeping that oil cool. So I'm going to show you now just what we mean on the inside. We've had to move the wide arch kit for the VXR, which they've already seen, so it's safe, Jack, don't panic, it's just sat here. So you'll see updates on that. So lots of wide archness going on. So right here, let me just get you guys in focus. You can see the old cooler right there, just there. It looks horrible. It looks atrocious, Jack.
Yes.
Don't look very good. The new radiator you can see at the back still, with the black hoses you can see as well for the washer bottles. We are going to change them as well. I believe we've got some universal hoses. Maybe won't fit, maybe will, but we're about to see. Jack's just taking the front bumper off.
Attempted.
Yeah, attempting. This is all we put it
so well.
And so we put it on that well, we can't get it off. The side bits again are all masked up, ready for the arches. We've got arches here, arches here, arches here, arches in there. We've got arches everywhere. The spoiler again, we've still not had yet, unfortunately. That's something that I can't do anything about. We are waiting for that to be delivered, but we are going to jump ahead now, start taking this bumper off, and we're going to show you exactly how to replace this power steering cooler. Similar situation to the oil cooler as well, except you're going to need the sandwich plate, but you'll see a video on that later on down the line. So if you haven't already, hit that like button, make sure you're subscribed, and make sure your notification icon is on during these times, because we will keep you entertained with us doing silly things. FTO content's coming as well, so don't forget about that. We haven't. We just got a stockpile of parts that we're going to fit. We're going to do a mass fitting spree on the car. You'll see it in a completely different light, and we're just going to record a load of videos all at once. So enjoy that and look forward to that as well. Now let's get onto this bumper.
So it does on its back. Oh shit.
What are you doing?
I'm being a turtle.
Do it again.
I'm not doing it now.
Do it again.
No!
I just caught you doing something.
What?
I just saw Jack doing this, and he says, "I'm being a turtle." Do you remember this?
Pass me the Corona.
What?
That one.
No. Jack, what are you doing? This is the old power steering cooler. You can see it's held on by a really strong bracket. Yeah. The pipes this side here, this is what you're going to replace as well. You get the braided hoses with the kit, which again, I'll show you this when we get to it. But Jack's just going to, right here, take this line off, which should let us have some juicy goodness. But that's going to be seized on there. I can see it already. That's going to be so good.
Well, this is where. I'm just going to get a cutter.
Yeah, because we don't need them pipes. So this here is obviously, you can see why we want to change it, because it does look really, really bad. It's just a bit of an eyesore, especially with the front open up on it now. It kind of lets it down a little bit, which again, we don't want.
Special tool.
We don't want it to let it down. Oh, I'm zoomed in so bad. Yeah.
Come here, Rusty.
No.
Oh, just let them see that. I'm sure they'll know.
Wait. Let me focus.
Come on.
If this goes through, you guys.
Preferably, it will be men.
Yeah. No. So it's going to cut straight through that. All the liquid is obviously going to soak into the turtle shell. This is why Jack likes to be in a turtle all his life. So there, it's coming out. So again,
There's
we're not really bothered.
lots of fluid in there.
I said there's not actually that much, is it?
This one's getting cut as well then.
But with that, we're going to obviously top up the power steering fluid again after.
No, we're not.
But we're not.
No. Weight saving.
Okay. Oh yeah, weight reduction. So them pipes are going to get changed anyway. You can see the clips right here, just here, where they actually squeeze off, and you should be able to pry that off. We'll pry that off camera because that's going to be absolutely awkward. You can see how battered it is. I mean, it's the same one that's been on the car since it was made, so 2003.
Since birth.
So 17 years. These are the two bolts that came out. Obviously, we've cut this. You don't have to cut those. You can get them off, but there's no point in us fighting about them if it's getting changed.
I'm going to cut some again.
The other pipes, again, Jack's just going to slice them down the top. So right at the very top here, he's took the clip off. He's just going to slice it down and pull them off. It's just going to be so much easier. We're never going to use them again. We can't really reuse that because look at the state of it. It's pretty nasty. Right here, we've got the cooler itself. So this is actually for a Ford Focus, but it's now for a 350Z, isn't it? We are kind of doing some bits of modifications on the front of this, which we'll show you in a second, just to make it fit. We're probably going to have to install this on the passenger side, so the piping and that doesn't get kinked itself. We don't want to obviously cause any problems there and back pressure and all that fun stuff, because that would not be very nice, would it?
It will be for me, not for car.
Think of when we're driving it.
Looks to be you.
Thanks, Jack. So, obviously, I'm going to give that Jack right now, and then I'm going to show you right here.
Really dirty.
Exactly. No, that's you. Exactly what's going off. So, down there, these two pipes are what actually the old oil, power steering cooler connected to. So, obviously, we've turned these around and brought them this way. Yes, we've taken the horn out because it didn't work anyway. We have no fuse in there for the horn, which again we are going to relocate that somewhere else and put all that back in, because we are going to need that. But once these are actually turned around slightly, we can now put the pipe on and feed it down to this side. So we're going to have it right. Whoa, bumper! We're going to have it right on this side instead. So that's going to be fun and eventful, but it's going to work. So universal cooler for a Ford Focus, modified for a 350Z. Hey Jack.
Yes.
The joys. Yeah. So we're going to jump ahead, show you some cinematics of us putting this on. Do we have to make a bracket?
Possibly, yeah.
So yeah, we may have to make a bracket to fit it to the front as well. But again, enjoy these cinematics and you guys will see. From that cinematic, you could just see that a custom bracket has been made. Two of those have actually been made for this. Well, two of them are being made. Jack's making the second one now. But we've got to make this custom bracket to actually fit it around the frame. We just found a bit of spare metal that was laying around, so we kind of recycled it. Possibilities are endless if you recycle. Well, you've got to make one exactly the same as that.
Pretty much, yeah.
So what's that connecting to?
Pretty much just lamp panel.
Okay, so it's going straight to the slam panel for anybody that wants to know. There's some existing holes on there already as well.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's just this.
Look, that's it here. This is it.
That is all.
This is all you need. Oh, nearly dropped it.
2 off.
This is all you need. 2 of these. 2. And it works. It works.
I just need to draw 2 more.
So 2 more holes need to be drilled on there, obviously, so it can be fitted, which is what Jack's doing now. Then he's going to make the second bracket, and that can be mounted on there as well. Once that's mounted on, we can then sort out the actual hoses as well at the same time. Now we've got these things. So you might be like, what are they? Well, they are for the washers. They are for the washers, like washer bottles on the front, and you can see them as well. So whilst we're at it, we do have some red hose that we're going to replace it with. So right here, matches what's in the engine bay, just to make it a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter, and you can see it through that front end as well. So it's going to look all fancy. So we're doing this at the same time. There's no point doing it all in separate pieces. So we're going to skip ahead to when Jack's done this, and we're going to show you exactly where we've routed all these wires. You're going to enjoy the cinematic of us putting all the hoses in as well. Power steering cooler is in. It's all hooked up, all sorted. Jack's just filled it with some fluid. He's about to turn it on in 2 seconds when he's not had a fag, and then he's going to bleed it up. This is what we're talking about as well with these. So these are just what we replaced with some red pipe. We've took the connections off the existing one, measured it up to this one right here, and then we've just kind of put the connections back on. So it's changed the actual piping from black to red, just to make it a little bit different. We're going to see how this fits on the car as well, and put them up to it, but it's something very, very simple. If you guys want to know how big you need that, it needs to be a 10 mil internal diameter, or 1 centimeter, if you want to change that colour as well. Easy to do. I think as well, you may be sat there thinking that cooler is going to be in the way of an oil cooler. Yes, it probably will be. However, later on down the line, I think we're going to try and replace all those power steering pipes, aren't we? Back all the way up to the bottle at some point, so we can reroute them that way. But also the oil cooler pipes can go underneath as well, so it's not really that bad, because they obviously go to the sandwich plate and all that fun stuff.
I like it.
It does look really good, to be fair. I can't wait to see it with the bumper on though, with everything else there. So you don't need to see us connect these washer jets, well, washer pipes and all this sort of stuff. What we're going to do is we're going to show you the finished product once we've put the bumper and everything back on and it's all bled up. Don't need to see that. Very, very easy, very straightforward. So we're going to go ahead and do that and then show you this final result. So it's completed. It's all bled up. Jack's just dropping things like it's hot over here.
Everywhere.
So you can see how much better that actually looks. It's so much cleaner. Not with the torch off. But the problem is with this bumper as well, it is actually quite far back. So it does get really dark. So if you turn that off again,
oh wait,
you can see it, but not as well as you should. Ideally, the hoses themselves. If Jack turns the light on as well, you can just see them through them 2 little circles there, right there. So that runs all the way across to the other side. God, right zoomed in on your face then.
Come on, man.
What? So that looks so much better. Obviously we've bled it all up, everything all sounds hunky-dory. There's no leaks, there's nothing like that, so it actually looks 10 times better than the old one. You can imagine well, not imagine, but you can remember actually, because at the start of this video, it's been a long day. It's been such a long day, but you can remember what the other one looked like. Now this one looks 20 times better. It actually looks good on the car and fits the car as well, so that's absolutely fantastic. We're currently sat on the floor, but we're about to stop this video. We're about to go and have some food and have a bath and then spoon.
Nah,
What do you mean? What do you mean? That's not what you said earlier. Don't
I said you wish.
No, you said you wished.
No, I said you wished.
No, you said you wished.
No, you.
That's actually quite funny. Alright, so make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and we will see you guys in the next one. Don't drink that.